But not only do leaders have to be touchable, leaders have to be resourceful. Leaders have to be resourceful. It says this in verse 4, when Jesus got the message, he said, this sickness is not fatal. It will become an occasion to show God's glory by glorifying God's Son. So please understand this. When the message came to Jesus, he had an answer for them. Come on. Jesus had an answer. You see, because watch this, dear brothers and sisters, we must understand that God expects us to be able to help men and women with their problems when they come to us. Come on. When people come to us, we have to either have the answers or be willing to get to the answers. Because Mary and Martha believed that Jesus cared about their family and that he cared about, watch this, Lazarus. So it was logical to conclude that he would come and help them in their time of need. Because he sat there and said, this sickness is not fatal. It will become an occasion to show God's glory. Because watch this. Not only did he care, but he also had the resources to meet their needs. Come on. What resources are needed at your job that you have to be able to provide? What resources are needed in your community that you need to be able to provide? What resources, dear brothers and sisters, are people looking for that you can help solve their problems? Because watch this. Other people came to check on Mary and Martha, but those people didn't have the power and the ability that Jesus had. Other folks came to check on him. Other people came to see about Lazarus, but they didn't have the resources. And dear brothers and sisters, God placed you in folks' lives because you have the resources. And for many of you, God has called you to be the answer to a problem. And if you're able to solve that problem on a routine basis, then you're able to, dear brothers and sisters, bring in plenty of resources. You're a problem solver. You have the resources. There's a book called Paid to Think by David Goldsmith. Dear brothers and sisters, because it teaches us that you are paid to think. You are paid to solve problems. You are paid to be resourceful. And Jesus, in this particular moment, dear brothers and sisters, realized that he had the resources to help this man. Not only did he have the resources to help this man, if you go back a few verses, Jesus was at the wedding feast. Here Jesus chilling. He is kicking it at the wedding feast. And while he's at the wedding, they ran out of wine. And while they were running out of wine, watch this. It wasn't the servants. It was, watch this, Jesus' own mother, Mary, who said, hey, you have the ability to help them. Can you please step in? Which means sometimes when you have the resources, people that don't know you will call people that know you and ask for a favor because you are resourceful. And please understand, Jesus was resourceful. Not only that, but then watch this. Jesus also turned 2 fish and 5 loaves in the bread into the greatest festival to ever happen because he was able to use the resources that he had to feed people. Come on. Think about the ingenuity and the ability that God has placed on the inside of you, dear brothers and sisters. And don't water down your resourcefulness. Don't sit there and fall into a small box when you are bigger than that. Jesus understood that he was bigger than things. He had the ability to do stuff that other folks didn't have the ability to do. And not only that, watch the resourcefulness, dear brothers and sisters. When the disciples got on the boat one particular occasion and they were going to the other side, a storm came up. And when the storm came up, Jesus was at the bottom of the boat asleep. And while he was at the bottom of the boat asleep, they came to him, woke him up, and asked him, do you not care? They sat there and said, we know you have the ability, but are you not concerned about it? And dear brothers and sisters, they were so scared, but they're fishermen. Why are you scared as a fisherman? Because this ain't your first storm. Woo! Why are you nervous as a fisherman and knowing that this ain't your first storm? And dear brothers and sisters, they understood that Jesus had the resources. And you have to understand that Jesus has the resources that you need to accomplish the stuff he called you to accomplish. Trust God and trust in the things that he's called you to do. You have the resources. You have to be resourceful or willing to research and find the resources that people need. So Jesus, especially as leaders, you have to be resourceful. Number 3, not only does leaders have to be resourceful, but watch this, leaders have to be unfazed. Leaders have to be unfazed. But Ali says this, when he heard that Lazarus was sick, he stayed, watch this, he stayed on where he was for 2 more days. He stayed where he was for 2 more days. Come on. Jesus was unfazed. Come on. Talk about a cool, level-headed, unbothered, non-worried individual. Come on. Jesus was that man. Jesus was unbothered quite often. He would get on some of you all nerves how cool, calm, collective Jesus was when things came about. Because he stayed there 2 more, not 1 day, but 2 more days. So here he is, hearing the news of his friends terminally ill and being terminally ill, and he doesn't make haste. He doesn't move. Come on. He chills out for an additional 2 days because he understands this important phrase, never let them see you sweat. Come on. Jesus sat there and said, hey, you know what? They ain't going to get me to be out of pocket. Come on. Jesus didn't come when they wanted him to come. However, Jesus was right on time. And dear brothers and sisters, God might not come when you want him to come, but he will always what? Be right on time. You're pacing, you're nervous, you can't sleep. And the person that is not tripping is God. God ain't tripping about your problems. God ain't tripping about your trials. Why? He has already figured out how it's going to happen. I know you ain't got enough money. I know you are lonely. I know you're not sure about the next contract. But trust me, God is not fazed. And if he ain't fazed, then you have to learn to not be fazed as well. He wasn't tripping. He was chilling. Come on. And dear brothers and sisters, you have to stop being fazed all of the time. Come on. Jesus was unfazed. He didn't come when they want him, but watch this. He came on time, which is a side note. Leaders should always be on time more than they are not. As a leader, you need to be on time and not be late all the time. Come on. Jesus understood that timing is everything. Which means you can't be too busy as a leader. As a leader, you cannot be too busy. You got to be unfazed. Come on. So please understand this, regardless of Jesus' reason for his delay, Mary and Martha were forced to watch Lazarus waste away and die. They were forced to wash his body, prepare for burial, and lay it in a tomb. They were forced to feel pain, heartbreak, sorrow, and doubt. They were forced into an impossible, watch this, situation. But watch this. The Lord was able to see what the sisters and the disciples could not see. He was able to see beyond the crisis of the moment to the glory of God. He was sitting there saying, I'm not looking at where we are now. I am looking down the road. And as leaders, you can't be fazed too much about the ups and downs of lives. You can't be fazed by the ups and downs of the business report. You can't be fazed, for y'all investors, by the ups and downs of the stock market. You have to sit there and say, I see beyond where we are and see where we shall be. Come on. He was able to see beyond the crisis of the moment, dear brothers and sisters, and realize that God will save the glory through the crisis. Come on. He knew what was on the other side of the pain. He knew what was on the side of the problems. And he knew what was on the other side of the pressure. He knew the outcome before the crisis even reached its peak. He was unfazed. The Bible says this in Proverbs 15:3. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. Proverbs 15:3. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. Huh? He sees it. He sees it all. But he's unfazed. Some stuff shouldn't catch you off guard. Some stuff, dear brothers and sisters, should not catch you off guard. Some stuff you just should be able to sit there and say, hey, you know what? I knew this was going to happen. I was just waiting. Some stuff you have to be unfazed about it. Some stuff you just got to chalk it up to the game.